vacation and from all the things. It's me, I'm back. I went home to Puerto Rico for my birthday, so I was gone for 2 weeks. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to disappear on you all, but we're back. We're back for the new year, and lots of fun things planned for 2026. Lots of fun ideas, lots of baking. And today, what we're working on is, while I was in Puerto Rico, I had pan Sobao, which is a traditional Puerto Rican bread. And so I came home, and per usual, I go on a trip, I have something, and then I need to recreate it. Actually, what happened is that I went to Puerto Rico and I flew down there, and after being there for 2 days, I actually got sick with food poisoning, unfortunately. It happens to the best of us, and I was down for the count for a couple days. And what brought me back to life was A, my mom flew in because she was flying in for my birthday, but she landed right when I needed her. And B, she went and got me a little bit of toast to help me feel better. And what she got me was pan sobao. So pan sobao is a Puerto Rican bread. You can either get it in like baguette form or in like sandwich roll form. And so what she got me was like literally the sandwich roll with like nothing in it, just flattened out into toast. And it was so good. And it like brought me back to life. And it's just, I remember as a kid loving eating pan sobao. So since this is a channel where I like to learn how to bake things, we're making pan sobao for the first time. So yesterday I went ahead and mixed the dough, and it did its first rise. It was very puffy, and then I degassed it and I put it into the fridge to kind of get a little bit dormant and go to sleep a little bit so that I could buy some time. And what we're gonna do now is shape them for their second rise so that they can finish rising, and then we'll bake them off. So it's just going to be a quick little hang today. All we're really doing is, for now, shaping the sandwich rolls so that they can do their thing. So I get to pull out the handy dandy curved pan, which I'm excited. I don't get to use this a lot, so I'm excited to use this. So we're gonna do that. And then what we need to do is weigh our dough. Now, let's see. Okay. Okay, so we have our dough. We're gonna pull it out of our bowl. So I'm gonna use a bowl scraper. Here, let's get this so that you guys can see. So let's pull this away from the edges. It pulls away nicely, which is great. And again, it's been sitting in the fridge overnight. And what we're gonna do now is shape it into sandwich rolls and prep it for its final rise before it goes into the oven. I can smell it's been fermenting nicely overnight in the fridge. Okay, great. Great. So now, let's see, we have 840. 840 divided by 8. So then 40 divided by 8, so that's what, 105? Okay, yeah, 105. So we're shooting for 105 grams for each of the rolls. So let's try to divide this into 8. So 2, 4, okay, let's see now. 108, so Let's take a little bit off. 102, let's set that aside. 102, set that aside. 133, whoa, that's a chunker. That's a chunker. 107, let's take a little bit off. Okay, 97. 104, okay, let's set that one over here. 88. 104, perfect, we'll set that one over here. 85. 100. 106, a little too much. Okay. Kind of, I should measure what I'm putting on instead of just blindly adding it on. Duh. Okay. 105. Okay, that's perfect. That is our target. 90. 137, that's a chunker. 110, still a little bit too much. 105, perfect. Okay, we'll set that aside. 90. 96. 100. 104. Okay, set that aside. 91. 99. 107 is a little too much. 6 is a little too much. 104. Okay. Now 103, 104, 101, 102, 'kay, this is 105 even. 106. 105 even. 103. 104. 105 even. 105 even. 105 even. 105 even. 105 even. 105 even. Boom. Hi. Hello. Okay, so we have our dough divided out evenly into 105 grams each. So now, let's see. Okay, so let's get these aside. We don't want to mess with them too much. We don't want to, we want to keep the tenderness. Okay, so we have 105 grams of dough. And so gently flatten each piece into a short rectangle. Roll tightly into a stubby log 4 to 5 inches. So about this big. Pinch seam closed, place seam down into our curved bread tray. Do not over tighten. Pan Sobao should be pillowy, not baguette firm. Slight touching during rise, softer sides after bake. Okay, so we're gonna flatten this out. And again, we're making Pan Sobao sandwich rolls. So it has a slightly different approach than if we were making Pan Sobao baguette. Okay, so we flatten out into a short rectangle, roll tightly into a stubby log, 4 to 5 inches, which is exactly what this is. Pinch, seam closed. Can you see what I'm doing? Pinch. I have nails, so it's a little harder. Pinch, seam closed. Okay. Okay. And then seam down. We put it on our tray. Boom. Okay, now we do that 7 more times. Okay. We flatten. Flatten. Okay, we flatten. And then we roll. And then we pinch. And then we pinch the cheeks. We pinch the cheeks like a little baby. We pinch the seams like a little baby. Just like so. Okay, we have our stubby little log. We put it on our tray. Actually, I wonder if we're gonna have space for all of them. Well, we're gonna figure it out. Well, yeah, because that would be 9. Yes, it's just enough. Just enough space. Math. Women in STEM. It's a thing. Okay, so we flatten this out. We flatten it out. Flatten it out. Okay. Okay. And then we roll. And then we roll. Just like so. And we pinch the seam. Just like so. And then we put it seam down. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we keep going. We do this a few more times. We roll. We flatten. We flatten. Okay. Looks a little bit like a spaceship. And then we roll. We pinch. We pinch. We pinch. And then seam down. We put it on our tray. Okay, take another little chunk. flatten out. Nice, and this is the most rectangle one we've had so far. It's our oven letting us know it's preheated. Okay. And then we roll. And I'm learning. Find whichever the straightest edge is and roll towards that edge. And that will make your pinching a little easier. So we roll softly. We don't want to roll tight. We pinch. We pinch, pinch, pinch like a little baby. Like a little baby's cheeks. Just a nice little pinch. Just a nice, and then I kind of like flatten that little edge over for our little pinch. Make it a seam, and then we roll it back on there. And then seam side down onto our curved tray. So these are the babies so far. Cute. All right, we have 3 more. Tres más. And again, what I'm making today is pan sobao sandwich rolls. Pan sobao is a traditional Puerto Rican bread. I just got back from my birthday trip to Puerto Rico because that is where I am from. It was so nice. I got to spend time with my mom. I got to eat tons of yummy food. I read a book from cover to cover on the beach, which was so nice. Rock, paper, scissors. Alice Feeney. It's actually really good. Shout out Stephanie Sue. She's the one that turned me on to it. I wish she would do book reviews again. Baking a Mystery, Baking a Murder. I missed those videos. Ooh, maybe I can pick it up. Now that she's interviewing big time people, maybe I can start doing Baking a Mystery, Baking a Murder. So actually, yeah, Rock, Paper, Scissors. It's a thriller mystery book by Alice Feeney. And it's a couple that is out at an abandoned chapel that was turned into a house for the weekend. But both of them have secrets. And both of them seem to have motives to maybe, I don't know, not be so nice to the other one. And then there's a third mysterious character in the background. I don't want to give it away, but it's a really, really good book. And I highly recommend it. I literally read it cover to cover over the weekend on the beach. And then I gave it to my mom because she was going to go on a cruise so that she could read it on the cruise. Okay, so we're almost at the finish line. It's getting exciting. Okay, so here, both edges are a little curved. So we're just going to go for the most curved one and start there. And then we roll it over, roll it over, roll it over. And then we pinch, pinch, pinch. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Pinchy, pinchy, pinchy. Little baby pinches like a little baby's cheeks. And then we roll it back onto the seam on the bottom. And then we put it onto our curved pan. Our curved pan. Okay, and now we're down to the last one. Okay, so roll it out. And as you can see, you kind of want to like work with the dough in terms of the direction that you're rolling. You just kind of let the dough tell you what it wants to do, but you also have to tell it what to do. It's collaboration. After all, you are the master in the kitchen. Okay, this one came out nice. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that. Ta-da. Okay, we take our curved edge. We roll it in. Roll it up. Rolly, 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 rolly. Rolling, 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 rolling. Pinch it like a baby. Pinch it like a baby. Pinchy, 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 pinch it like a baby. And then we pinch it like that. Make it nice and smooth. Roll it onto the seam side. tuck it in, and then we'll put it over here. So now these babies need to, so our oven is preheating. Let's take a little towel situation. Cover these up a little bit so that they can take a little nap. Cover these up so that they can rise. And the apartment, normally I wouldn't leave them on the oven as it's preheating. But the apartment's pretty cold. Oop, sorry, you can't see me. Normally I wouldn't leave them on the oven while the oven's preheating because there's heat coming off of it. But it's pretty cold. It's wintertime in Northern California. And so my apartment has kind of like, even though I have a heater, it has kind of like cold patches. So I'm going to leave these on the oven to finish doing their second rise. So, which should be about 45 to 60 minutes. And then we'll bake them for 18 to 22 minutes. And then the rolls get brushed with butter immediately after coming out of the oven. So I think what I'm going to do now is put these little things into the sink. Start doing some kitchen cleanup. I've been gone. I literally just got back and I feel like I'm still a little bit in vacation mode, and today's my first day back at work, so I need to kind of like get back into work mode. But nothing better to get you back into work mode like some fresh baked bread. So I will come back late. I will come back live later this morning once the bread has finished doing its rise. So maybe in about an hour or so, we'll come back. I'll bake them, and then you can see what they look like when they come out of the oven. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and log on to work. It's a work day. We've got to get some work done. So I hope you're having a good day. I hope the new year is treating you kindly. Oh, my little doggy. You guys want to see my doggy? There's my doggy. Say hi. Honey, sit. 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 Good job. Honey, spin. Good spin. Honey, high five. Give me a high five. Come here. High five. High five. Yeah. Okay. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.